Hey everyone, layout update time. It's been a little bit since I've talked about the layout here. I've got actually quite a bit of work done. The main thing here is on the front. I've got the front fascia, whatever you want to call it, done. Just the piece of wood as a trim piece to mount my throttles to and stuff like that and kind of give it a finished look. So I will be painting this black at some point. I've got a lot more holes to drill in here for switch controls and things like that, so I'm just waiting until I get all that done before I actually paint it. But so here I've got my throttles mounted. Digitrax is what I use, so I got my two throttles here, and I was going to make some of these, and sure enough I looked on Thingiverse and somebody's already got some nice little pre-made throttle holders for the Digitrax throttles. So they actually work really nice. They're pretty well made, nice thick size, so I grabbed those, put those on there, and they work well. For my main control throttle, which I don't really use too much anymore, but it is the power supply and it supplies the track power and stuff like that for the layout. I couldn't find anything, so I actually made one. So as you can see here, I've got just a small black bracket that I was able to just rest that in there and mount it vertically. The issue with this though is this is obviously the DCS50 here wasn't made to be mounted vertically. The throttle there, because it's kind of an offset knob, if you watch, gravity kind of makes it fall, which if you weren't prepared for that, could be a very sad surprise. So I'm going to pull that off. I guess it's got an old Radio Shack knob there. I'm going to stick on there and that will solve that problem, but thought that was kind of funny. So anyway, that's kind of it for the throttles. I guess I mounted that there. So this section over here is kind of the new addition, this little part that sticks out. What this is kind of a staging track. So I'd planned on doing this from the very beginning. I just never got around to it. The purpose of it is, the reason for it I should say, is this switch right here, because it's so close to the layout, I've got no way to get any train from the main number one here over into the siding and feed these industries the various spurs that go off that way. So a viewer a while back actually called me out on this. He was like, why did you put your switch so close to the layout? You can't use it. And you're right, but I never explained it. So that's why I'm explaining it now. So I've just got two old pieces of flex track I stuck on here, glue them down, a little safety piece there just to make sure there's no accidents. And what that does is allows me to bring the trains down. And here I can stage them here as they enter the layout, and then for this track too I can actually bring the train back in and then get it over down that switch that way. So this is just mounted here with this piece of aluminum. There's two pins that hold on this, and there's hinges here that actually hold that on, so I can fold this whole thing down, which is nice, just to keep it out of the way when I'm not using it, because it does stick out here 4 feet along the side of the layout. So besides that, wiring, I just got all my wiring done for track power and stuff like that. Switches will be the next obstacle, I'll call it. I've been meaning to do the switches for a while. I've just been putting it off, but I wanted to do it right. I'm using all undermount switches for the layout. I've talked about that in a couple other videos, so there'll be an upcoming video on here for the switch controls and what I made to actually control the switches there, which I think will be pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's really it for now. Not much has changed on scenery. Oh, backdrop. That's all the other thing too. So finally, you can see here, I've got my backdrop that I'm building. So I got to prime and paint this, and that will go finally at the back there. So I don't have my ugly wall to look at anymore, and I can actually start working on the back scenery there, which will be cool. So that will be coming up here this week. But that's it. So finally running some trains too. It's been can't even remember how long it's been since I ran a train here. It's been a couple months because I've had everything unhooked for so long. So just happily finally start running some locomotives, which is cool. But that's all I got for now. So until the next video, thank you for watching.